Hey guys, uh, I want. I'm sorry about the voice. I really feel that there's some light-filled being energies with us right now. Kali Ma just came through in another reading, but I can also sense like there's this angelic presence with me. And there's something that I want to be said about something else that what came through in the Kali Ma channeling slash reading. So I'm curious. What are you here to tell us? I'm also hearing to ask, what's this? What change is this solstice bringing in for you? Interesting. What changes the new moon in Sagittarius and the solstice bringing in? This moved me. So recognize despair as an opportunity. For some of you, this might be linked to the Kali Ma reading, but we'll just see. There's still this energy coming through, these like really light-filled beings wanting to come through, and there's this message about feeling stuck in some sort of pain in your life or some sort of issue. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get so moved by it, but it's this sense that, and it really feels like it's not all of your life, but there's one really important aspect in your life right now that really feels so vulnerable and so scary, or like you don't know your way out. This almost feels like a way of, in a way, as a prison, prison of your mind and of your emotions, where you don't know how to move forward, and you can't really see what would be the right way to move in any direction. And then enter the temple of your truth, which is reminding me a bit about the Kali reading, but there's this, the only way forward is down, is in kind of message. Only way through this heaviness, or what's right now feeling heavy, is through your truth. And there is some aspect of this situation you're in that the reason you can't see your way out is that you don't want to see the way out, in a way. And what I mean with that is that you've been wanting to hold on to hope, possibly, for at least that's for some of you, and seeing the solution in a way is seeing that that won't work the way you hoped, and that the right answer here actually is more brutal, is more, yeah, it's like this, like, again, really like in that Kali message too, about cutting your losses, sending that message or doing that action, even if it hurts you, even if it's like freaking scary, or even if it's, yeah, really against what you want, or not what you want, but it's just the despair is coming from you being afraid of something that you don't really need to be afraid of. it's scary and it's painful, and for what came through in me, believe me, I fully acknowledge that, and you have my sympathy. But for the rest of the cards here, what they're telling me is that there is something beautiful coming out of it, and there's a purpose in you being led kind of through this painful unraveling. For some of you, it might be regarding financials or a house situation, actually, and for some of you, this is more in a love situation or work situation, where you're either afraid of losing your job or you need to maybe take a step and actually resign or change. If it's in love, there's also this feeling of doing something that you don't want to do, or that's like the sense of loving someone with all your heart and still knowing that the right way forward is to, for now, kind of energetically or with words, cut any connection. Like, always use your own discernment with what this is about. But there's that essence of really listening to your truth, your core, and doing it no matter how hard it is. The tree of wishes is calling your name. An almost forgotten wish will now come true. 24, number 6. And then there's this, and we are in a new moon where we plant the seeds, our wishes, our intentions. Also the solstice that has a bit of the same potential. Really, that's being in a freshness and the void, the in between what's been and what's gonna become. And although there's a change coming here, and a truth in something that might be hard, and it might feel like it forces you to take a sudden decision in something or a sudden change of path, what it actually will do is that it will bring you closer to some really old and heart-held wishes. Now it doesn't say 3 wishes, it says the tree of wishes, but when I saw it earlier, I saw it as 3 wishes as the number, or it's just like I heard it. So I don't know, think back if you have, there's something here, like 3 wishes really coming in, and this, which looks to me as a tower now, this like tower moment, this unraveling of your truth. It is realigning you so that these wishes can come through. For some, it might be one really strong one, and it might be something you haven't thought about for a long time because you haven't allowed yourself. Or it might be something you worked really hard on, but it just never seems to happen. And the truth of it is, it won't happen the way you tried for now. It won't happen the way you tried. There needs to be a change. And that change might involve changing in some way that's painful for you, but it's still for the highest and best for you. And the reason you haven't been able to see that is because you haven't been wanting to do that change, because it's scary. So when you allow yourself to do that, to really listen into your truth and take actions based on that, that's your path out of this imprisonment. That's also where you will find new passion, new inspiration, a new glow again. Like drawn to how she's like glowing, and then you have still like the glow from the sun behind me. And this, like, the energies right now from the energetical energies right now, both from the new moon in Sagittarius and with the 3A Atlas downloads that's been coming through with the sun. It's like really an upgrade happening in you that's also gonna assist you in this new, I want to say, adventure that you're being kind of almost like you're being pushed. It's like to get here, you kind of needed, not to get here, but to get here, you needed to take a few steps that you weren't willing to take yourself, or that you didn't see. So your soul or your higher self and your team kind of nudged you, and they nudged you through this pain, through this challenge that you've been through. And somehow or another, maybe that's also probably linked to some sort of lesson that I'm hearing it's linked to some sort of pattern that's been with you, that's a cycle that's been really hard to break. And now you're at that edge with this cycle where you're really starting to get it, like it's starting to click, but it's still painful because it's still like you're still learning how to bike without the supportive wheels. It's still some area of your life that really been like a stone in your shoe. It's been like how many times can I F this up kind of thing? Like, how can I, manage XYZ and still not manage this? Or how can I be so scared of love when I'm so, like fearless in everything else? It's like some area of your life that no matter how well you're doing the rest of your life, this part's been tricky, or it's been like following you. And it's been like something you can see when you look back that it's like a pattern there about something that's just probably for most of you, and I'm hearing that you can see that it's going better, and spirit is like telling me to remind you that if you think back, you will see that you've grown. You're out of the practice wheels. It is going better. You're doing better, but you also through this hard process been made aware of something, like kind of pulling off layers of that onion. Like maybe years ago when you first were really aware of this pattern, and you were like, I'm gonna solve this, I'm gonna stop getting into this, or then you were aware of a lot of it, and you healed on those parts of the onion that you were aware of, those layers, or of the petal, of the flower petal. But then there's been so many other hidden components, other hidden parts, almost like in a machinery. I don't know why I'm being shown that, because I'm not the most technical person. Or even in an engine, but in a machinery too, it's like you have all these parts that you can look at and you see. And actually I'll go with an engine because I know that better. There's that's a reason why it's so much easier to pull apart a car engine, or if you're ever fixed up a car, it's so much easier to take everything apart. And then when you're gonna put it together again, you might be that's hard. And if you lost one part, or if you don't know fully where one of those parts go, you're kind of screwed. And also because there's all of these hidden parts, right? Like inside the gearbox, inside, every part of the engine, you will have different really important mechanics that make sure that the car works, make sure that the engine works. But when you don't see them, and when they just run automatically, you don't think about it. And that's the same with this onion metaphor again. And this pattern is that it's you've been aware of a lot of it now, and it feels, I'm hearing also, it feels like you healed so much that this should be over. And the message here in that is that you're really at that edge where where you can soon let your hands off the wheel. So many metaphors, like bike, car, come on. Oh my god. This is really like a boys metaphor thing. I don't know, stereotypical, but so yeah, because it's is still, it feels even more painful to you now than before, because you've been in it for so long. Like this, you know, again, if it was a stone in your shoe, this is a big blister because it's been annoying you for such a long time, and you actually tried really hard to fix it, to heal it. And you are really, you are almost there. It's not as bad as it seems. And it's that kind of mind shift also, and that like really practicing, for some of you, that last change actually is being able to face the hard truth, being able to kind of see where you've been fooling yourself, and then take a decision based on that, to see like, where would I still go wrong in the past, where were I, you know, like, and then switch that, but doing it while being good to yourself, like really like practicing gentleness. Like when this light came through here, it was so loving and gentle, and really like this sweet, caring, motherly energy, this like unconditional love energy. And there's something there about like really seeing ourselves at our lowest, or in what's, yeah, in our failures, what feels like failures, in our shadows, and still being able to hold ourselves in love, in that loving wish that our parents could hold us in when we, you know, when we screwed up in the past. So honoring that, honoring your truth, will really, and you have the Tree of Wishes here with the 24th, and where the 24th of December is coming up, Christmas Eve. So there's this wishes, and it's new moon right now and solstice, so make sure to write down, or to do some sort of rituals, either write it down or make a mood board, something that really honors what you wish, what you want to align to right now. But make sure that it comes out of this truth. I'm hearing when you do that, like you'll be unstoppable. I'm hearing you'll be so full of energy, like this radiant energy, creative flow in what you do, that it will just like make you really, really magnetic, and really, yeah, casting a spell with your existence, radiant. Like this issue that you felt stopped in, really, I'm hearing for people around you, people still been seeing you as quite magnetic actually, and radiant. So it's mostly in you, but you felt really clouded by this, like heavy by this. And it's been draining your energy as well, because so much of your energy has gone to trying to figure your way out of it. So rather than trying to figure your way out, there's actually more of a surrender here. Surrendering to you and to your truth, and then taking action on that. Okay, one last card. Spirit, angels, time is right, 11. Today it's 11 days until the 24th. I don't know that because I have a Christmas calendar, just saying. I know that, well, my daughter have, but I know it because I made my manifestation thing, and it's like, it was 12 days yesterday. No, it's not, no, it's 11 days until New Year's Eve, that's what I mean, not until Christmas. Sorry, mix up. Yeah, it's 11 days until New Year's Eve, that's what it is. So seize the day and make progress on your soul path. This is like really like whatever wherever you knew there was action to be taken, but you've been waiting, hoping for a better solution, a less painful or solution. This is just saying that now is the time to take action on whatever you know you must do, whatever, however hard or challenging it feels. And also take action on your dreams with manifesting, with writing them down or doing something to honor them. I'm seeing a plane right now. It's one that just took off from where I am. So it's like this, like really letting your idea, your vision take flight. And that this will give you energy to, you know, for everything else that you need. Okay, so that was your reading. If I don't see you before the Christmas or holidays, then have a beautiful Yule, have a really good Christmas holiday, and bye. Just a little correction. When I was actually just finishing the reading, I accidentally knocked the card over and this came out. Which, you know, like with the yes, the timing is right, follow your wish, the timing is right, seize the day, and then you get in the same colors, follow your wish. Never lose sight of what is really important. So don't let this like stone in your shoe, this whatever it is hard part of your life, forget how amazing you are, and don't let it take you off course. Like, don't remember who you are and what you're already doing, all the good you're doing. So much love.